Dear Diary, we've come to the end of another year, and what a year it's been. So many amazing things have happened that have made it one for the books. But since I'm about to sit down and record my final YouTube video for this year, it seems only fitting that this entry should be focused on all the amazing things that happened in my YouTube world in 2018. Let's see, I gained subscribers, likes, shares, and even a little coin. Hey! I got to know some of my supporters and they got to know me. I even secured my first PR package. Double hey! I'm so grateful and humbled for all the love and support this year, and I hope everyone is ready for an even more amazing 2019. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you stopped by today. This is gonna be a good one. Today and Wednesday, I'm splitting up my Best of Beauty 2018 videos into two parts. Today, you're gonna see all of the makeup that I loved for the year, and Wednesday, you're gonna see all of the skincare that I loved for the year. So I really hope you enjoy this video, and let's get right into it. First, let's start off with the face. And my very first pick for foundation is definitely, without a doubt, I don't even have to think about it, Dior Backstage Face and Body. The moment that I put this foundation on my face, I fell in love. I'm so happy and very impressed with Dior for coming out with 40 shades right off the bat. That is an amazing number for a luxury brand like Dior. In the past, they haven't always come correct with their shade ranges for complexion products, but this time they did it. And I think they knew that this was gonna be a hit. They must have, to make sure that everyone got the opportunity to try this out. There's no pump on the foundation. It is a squeezy tube, very reminiscent of MAC Face and Body foundation, which I also do own and I love. And if you want to know the difference, this is the matte version. I was hesitant for so many years, didn't want to get into MAC Face and Body, but I eventually did buy it and I do like it, but it is definitely way too glowy for me to wear in the warmer months. It is definitely a cold season foundation for me, but this I can wear all year round. I recommend it for all skin types, normal, dry, oily. You will definitely enjoy this, and hopefully you will find a shade that matches you, since Dior did come out with such a great range to start off, and who knows, maybe they'll expand later on, but this is my number one for 2018, hands down. Next is concealer. Again, a no-brainer. I only have one to mention to you, and it is Too Faced. Their new concealer that they came out with this year, the multi-use sculpting concealer. Decent shade range. I do have the shade Warm Sand. I'll put all the shades that I wear down in the description box because I'm sure I'll forget some. Beautiful, beautiful medium to full coverage concealer. A lot of people compared it to Tarte Shape Tape. Tarte Shape Tape, who? I don't know her. This is my baby now. I used to be a Tarte lover, but I have to be honest, the shade that I was using in that one, I don't care for anywhere near as much as I do this one. This is a great shade. I'm interested in picking up a darker one to cream contour with, and an even lighter one to get more highlight action going on. I love it that much. I want to pick up more shades. It comes with a doe foot applicator, a pretty substantial sized one. You get a ton of product, half a fluid ounce or 15 mils. That is a huge amount of product, way more than probably the majority of concealers on the market right now. Highly, highly recommend. If you have not tried this concealer yet, go and get it. Two powders that I used a ton this year. First of all, one that not many people really talk about, but thankfully I found out about it through Instagram. I purchased it and I never looked back. And it's the Graftobian loose powder. This is their Luxe Cashmere HD setting powder. And the shade name of mine is Banana Cream Pie. It's a very yellow toned powder, and that is one of the big selling points for me. I love my Laura Mercier, the original translucent loose setting powder, but there's just something about a beautiful golden yellow undertone powder. It just does something for me. For my complexion, I just really, really love it. Finely milled, doesn't make you look cakey at all, goes on beautifully over any base product that you're using. It comes in a variety of shades, so if this one isn't for you, there are other shades, including a very white translucent type shade, but this yellow Banana Cream Pie one, me all day, every day. Another powder that I don't think I will ever stop using, I've been using this since high school, and that was a long time ago, and it's still my #1 powder foundation love of all time, MAC Studio Fix powder. I love this powder so much. I've hit major pan, but this isn't going anywhere until I've scraped it all out. It doesn't look too heavy on the skin if you don't use too much. Definitely don't recommend setting liquid foundation with this. I know a lot of people do, but that sounds like Cake City to me. I use it all on its own when I can't be bothered with liquid, which is very often. It's beautiful. It just gives you an amazing, flawless look, and it covers well without being too cakey. If you know how to play around with your application technique, you'll cover everything you need to cover without looking too heavy or cakey. Another base product I discovered this year is this little gem right here, my very first Charlotte Tilbury purchase. This is the Hollywood Flawless Filter. It has a huge doe foot applicator. You can use this all over on your skin, underneath your foundation. You can mix it in with your foundation. You can use it on top as a liquid highlighter. Multi-use type of product. I guess that's why she called it a flawless filter and didn't give it a specific name like primer or highlighter or whatever, because you can do all of those things with it. So whatever your pleasure, you can get it done with this. It's beautiful, it's pricey. I'm sure you've heard all the rave reviews about it, and I have to agree, it is that amazing. Another discovery for me this year is an old product, way old. I should have discovered it a long time ago, but I didn't. I discovered it in 2018, and it is MAC's Strobe Cream. I have mine in Goldlite, and I'm very happy that I actually put off getting this because the original formula has a very pinkish sheen to it, and this of course has a yellow gold sheen, which complements my skin tone a lot better than the original. So sometimes being patient does pay off. I love this underneath my foundation. For years I thought Strobe, my oily skin and oily and Strobe don't go together. I'm not going anywhere near this, but it's nothing like you may think it is. As a combo oily person, I can tell you it's beautiful. It doesn't make you look super greasy. It just gives you a very nice glow. MAC actually markets this as a moisturizer. It's a moisturizer with illuminating particles in it, and it works beautifully on all skin types, normal, dry, oily. It will work and do a beautiful job of giving you that lit from within look. Next is a sculpting powder that I discovered this year. Again, not a new product, but I'm slow on things, bear with me. And it is one of MAC's sculpting powders. I've known about their sculpting powders for years, never went for it until this year. And I actually got two, but the one that really gave me life this year is Shadster, and that's it right there. And I will actually take out the other one. I bought this one first, which is shadowy, and that actually ended up being too dark for me. This is shadowy, this is Shadster. So if you are of a deeper complexion, definitely go with shadowy. I'm an NC 4445, and Shadster is just beautiful. It kind of looks like almost exactly my skin tone, but it absolutely does give me a very nice contoured look. And these powders are just beautiful. For years, way back in the day, the beginning days of YouTube, if you guys were around then, watching videos, a lot of people talked about these powders, and for good reason. They're amazing. Let's talk bronzer and highlight, shall we? Definitely my #1 bronzer pick, don't have to think about it, is BECCA's Sunlit bronzer, and my shade is in Ipanema Sun. I use this to death since the day that I bought it this year. I did purchase it this year and used the heck out of it. Amazing bronzer. Not too many shades, I believe there's only 6, but hopefully you can take a look at the range and see if there is one that will work for you. This in the pan doesn't look like it would do much for me, but it absolutely does. It is very, very beautiful on the skin, very natural, blends seamlessly over all your other base products. Great, great bronzer from BECCA. I have 2 highlight picks. One is a powder and one is a cream. My powder pick, definitely, no question, Lancôme. When they hit the market with this, I really believe that they blew all the other powder highlighters out of the water. This is an incredible formula. I don't know what they did with it, but the name that they gave it is absolutely right. It's the Dual Finish Highlighter Multitasking Illuminating Powder. And that's exactly what it is. It feels like a cream when you put your hand in it. It goes onto the skin seamlessly, beautifully. It melts into the skin like no other powder highlighter I've ever used. You would expect that with a liquid or a cream, but this powder goes on like a liquid or a cream. So if you have texture issues and you always stay away from powder highlights, give this one a try because you'll be surprised at how gorgeous it looks on your skin. And my cream pick has to be Hourglass. #1, no question. I love this highlighter. It is beautiful. Of course, I got the deepest shade, which is Bronze Flash. I have really enjoyed using this all year round, under my makeup, over my makeup. Because it's in a stick form, you would think pulling on the skin is gonna move product underneath. Absolutely not. It goes on beautifully, doesn't move anything around. It doesn't ruin your makeup that you've already put on prior. It melts into the skin, gives a very natural glow. Doesn't look like you tried very hard at all, and you end up with a beautiful glow. Okay, let's move on to some lips. Definitely, hands down, my #1 nude pick for the year is MAC's Naturally Transformed. I picked this up this year after my beloved Sis lipstick, also from MAC, got discontinued. This is a definite dupe for that. This is a little bit warmer. Sis was very neutral, and Naturally Transformed is warmer than that, which I love because I have warm undertones. So I actually like how this looks on me just a little bit better even than Sis. Beautiful, beautiful nude shade for anyone around my complexion. Had to include Pat McGrath. I ended up picking a few lipsticks up this year and I'm in love. There is this mini. This is what I'm wearing right now. This is Elson. This is part of their mini trio. She has 2, I believe. One with a red, blue-based red, which is this, orange red, and a fuchsia pink. I got that kit, and there's another one with some more neutral shades. Very difficult to get, constantly sold out. I stalked Sephora's website every day waiting for this to come back, and I got it. And this is what her full size looks like next to the mini. And this shade is in McMenamy, and it's a beautiful, deep shade. And I will just show you what Elson looks like between the two. So that's the difference in size there. Elson and McMenamy. My go-to dark shade for the cooler months of the year. Love pulling out the dark shades. Love pulling out the red for the holiday season. That's why I decided to wear it today. Hope you like it. But pricey, yes. Packaging is on point, yes. Stays all day, not completely transfer proof. Both of these are in the matte formula, and I'm okay with that because I need my lips to have some life to them. So I'm okay with them not being 100% transfer proof like a liquid lipstick, but worth every penny. Gorgeous formula, lasts all day, feels great on the lips. You gotta try at least one. MAC's Clear Lipglass. I finally decided to go ahead and pick this one up this year. I have a very hard time finding glosses that I really like, especially nude colored ones. I really don't like a lot that's out on the market, so I said, you know what, let me just get a clear one. Forget about colors, just get something clear that can be topped over any lipstick, no matter what the shade. And it won't alter the shade in any way, it'll just give me the shine that I'm looking for. And I went with this. Use it sparingly. It will get sticky and feel like too much on your lips if you use too much, but if you only use a little, it's beautiful. It gives you that glass-like beautiful shine and lasts for a very good amount of time for a gloss. Highly recommend. Okay, lip pencils. Once again, just like last year, the winner, hands down, is MAC. These are the three that I use the most. Cork for all my nude lip colors. Cherry for anything red. I'm wearing it today with my Pat McGrath lipstick. And Nightmoth for anything super dark and vampy. MAC lip pencils just win me over every time. They're right smack dab in the middle, not so creamy that when you press down, you're gonna break off the tip, but not so hard that it feels like you're tearing at your lips. It's right there in the middle, goes on beautifully, stays on all day. I can't get enough of MAC lip pencils. Eyeshadows, so you guys know I'm not a big eyeshadow person, but this year, I knew that I had to give this one particular brand a go because it was all the rage all over social media. Everybody was going on about how fantastic they are, and they are. Pat McGrath, I got 2 of her 6-pan palettes. I have yet to buy a 10-pan, maybe in 2019, but these 2 6-pans do it for me. First, we have Bronze Ambition. Those are the shades there, beautiful neutral tones. And this is Bronze Temptation. Can you see a theme here? I love my bronzy shades. And these are those shades right there. And also what drew me to this, even though I'm a neutral girl through and through, this pop of green really spoke to me. Okay, mascara, I have 3 to show you guys. First is IT Cosmetics Superhero. Amazing, amazing mascara. Loved using this year. Highly hyped up and well worth the hype. It does a really beautiful job of lengthening and volumizing your lashes. A newer one that I discovered later in the year, but I really love, is the Smashbox Superfan. This really does fan out your lashes. It's a perfect name for this mascara. If you love that fanned out, doll-like look to your lashes, get this mascara. It does it so well. And Tarteous Lash Paint. Really enjoyed using this mascara this year. I really like the wand. It really deposits a lot of product and it does a great job of separating your lashes so you can then continue to build without getting too clumpy. So these are the 3 winners in the mascara category for me for 2018. Only one eyeliner to mention, and it's the only eyeliner that I need. I'm not a big gel person. I don't do winged liner, so I really don't need to fuss with all of that. I'm not a big liquid liner person. I'm all about that pencil life. I love smudging out my lash line so it's not super defined. I love that blown out, smudged out look, and my Marc Jacobs gets the job done. If you didn't know, it does have a little sharpener at the end. Definitely very important. And it comes in a variety of different colors. It blends well, but once it's set, it's set. And it stays in the waterline, one of the best I've ever used for the waterline. This one in particular, the jet black shade, is super black, and it just does an amazing job of staying where you put it and giving you that definition that you want. Brows, my two babies from last year made it into the favorites this year, and it's my Anastasia Brow Wiz and Anastasia's Clear Brow Gel. Now, fun fact, just recently, a few weeks ago, I finally picked up Benefit's Precisely My Brow. Of course, just like you guys, I've heard all the hype about how amazing it is and how much more amazing it could possibly be than Anastasia's. Not for me. Anastasia is the winner, hands down. I'm using Benefit right now because it's brand new. I have it in my brows today, but for me, Anastasia is number one. You get a spoolie on one end, which I've had break on me, just like everybody else has talked about the spoolie breaking off. I hope one day they fix that issue, but I'm very happy with my shade, which is dark brown. I love the gel. It keeps the brows perfectly in place all day long. I don't want to use anything else. This is my powerhouse eyebrow duo of life. Okay, we're at the end, guys. Now I want to talk to you about a few tools, because tools are very important to get all this stuff on our faces, right? I only have a few. I talked about a lot more last year, but this year I kind of really wanted to narrow it down. And first, I'm going to talk about my complexion application tool, my number one choice when it comes to putting on foundation, concealer, sometimes even powder. And it is my baby, the Beauty Blender. Yes, there are lots of dupes out there that are much more affordable, but I love the original Beauty Blender. It does the job for me. I started off using the pink one. Now this year I've used pretty much exclusively the black. I always want to have at least 2 or 3 on the go at all times for different parts of my makeup routine. I love what this can do, and maybe one day I will be encouraged to try dupes, but I love the original and it's my favorite for 2018. A couple more application tools. One is the Laura Mercier Powder Puff, which is gross, so I'm gonna hold it like this. I have been using it, as you can see, and I've used cheaper powder puffs over the years, but this Laura Mercier one is really good. Yes, for a powder puff, because it has the Laura Mercier name stamped on it, it's more expensive, but give it a try. Definitely try it out, if only for one time. I've washed it and it bounces back beautifully. Don't think, oh, I can only use it until it gets absolutely disgusting, and once that happens, I have to toss it. Wash it, use it again and again and again. Really important in my makeup application routine. Putting on powder with a powder puff really seals it into your skin like no brush can do. If you have issues with makeup fading or moving around throughout the day, try setting with a powder puff. You will be blown away by how flawless you look and how long lasting your makeup is. Another favorite of mine that I don't hear a whole lot of people talking about, because it is kind of a pro thing, mostly the pros use it, but I heard about the pros using it and I thought, if it's good enough for pros, it's good enough for me. So I picked some up, and they are the Lancôme wedge sponges. And I say Lancôme specifically because it is this specific brand that most of the pro MUAs that I follow use. There are tons of wedge sponges like this from many different brands, but the Lancôme ones are something special. I've tried the cheaper ones from the drugstore and all that, but the Lancôme brand is on point, and you get a lot for not too much money. I love using these to carve out contour, set my under eye. Really, really useful tool. if you're doing makeup on yourself or even other people as well. And the last two tools I have to share with you are incredibly important for me because I am not putting on my false lashes with my fingers. That is not happening ever. I can't do it. Kudos to you if you can. I need tweezers. And these are my Tweezerman tweezers. This is just a little mini version, but I need these to put my lashes on every time. And also, of course, to use it as it was made to be used, to pluck out the little hairs on my upper lip, on my chinny chin, my eyebrows, stray hairs that grow in between threadings. Tweezerman is the best. I've used others. I won't anymore after discovering Tweezerman. They just do a better job than any other out there. And last but not least, my pencil sharpener, the Grindhouse from Urban Decay. It doesn't look like this anymore. This is a very, very old one. They've updated the packaging, but this one still works and I'm still gonna keep using it. It's a few dollars more, but it's worth it. So that's it, guys. That is my roundup of the Best of Beauty 2018 Makeup Edition. Don't forget to come back on Wednesday. I'll give you the whole rundown on the best skincare that I use throughout the year. Please give me a thumbs up for this video. Please subscribe for many more. 2019 is right around the corner and you won't believe what I have in store for you guys. It's gonna be amazing and you don't wanna miss it. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.